We live in a world today where 99% of the people can't even go for 5 to 10 minutes of sitting down and not doing anything. They constantly need some sort of stimulation, whether that's music, whether that's TikTok or Instagram, just anything to keep them engaged and hooked. And then we wonder why the depression rates are higher than ever before. We wonder why we're unhappier than ever before, even though we're advancing and innovating the world into a better place. We wonder why we don't have a single clue about what our purpose is in this life. It's because you don't give yourself the chance to be bored. You don't stop the overflow of dopamine and information that's going into your head every single day. And as a result of this, your brain, your mind, instead of it being filled with peace, it gets filled up and gets overcrowded with all this information that isn't helping you move forward. And when your mind becomes a crowded place, it gets harder and harder for you to look within and have clarity. Clarity, the thing that you need in order to make better decisions and improve your life, is exactly the thing you're lacking. But the real reason why people are so afraid of boredom is quite scary and a little bit sad. When it's hard for you to look within and ask yourself some very deep questions about your life, let's be honest, it's very uncomfortable. You have to literally face the demons that you hold. You have to ask yourself some very important questions like, who am I? Where am I heading? How am I going to reach my goals? And asking yourself those questions is very tough. And most people are just not willing to do that. So they rather just distract themselves with what so and so is doing, hooking themselves with YouTube shorts or scrolling on TikTok because it's much easier to do that than to face the hard questions about your life. The answers that you're looking for, the solutions that you're looking for, whatever that may be, in whatever thing that you're trying to do or make progress in, any answer you're ever looking for in life, it's always in front of you. However, you are never going to be able to see it without clarity. And like I said, if you're constantly hooked on inputting this not useful information into your brain, just social media, just go on social media and you'll see what I mean. Then you're never going to have the clarity. You're never going to have the peace of mind. You're never going to have a quiet mind that's able to think slowly and make good decisions. And boredom is the answer. It's how you get there. And I have a really good story to share with you. It's actually one of my own testimony. Literally 2 weeks ago, I hit a point with this YouTube channel where I was like, I'm just falling into this trap of just making content and making videos about topics that get a lot of attention, but this isn't what I want to do. This has nothing to do with my purpose. I'm not enjoying it, and I know that I'm not making an impact on this world. I knew that the path that I was on was not for me, and I had to ask myself a very difficult question. This is not the path that I need to be on, but where do I want to head? And change is so uncomfortable because it's filled with uncertainty. It causes you to look within and change the things about yourself that you so dearly hold on to and you just don't want to let go of. Those habits, those people, those environments. And this was the situation that I was in. So I understood the importance of boredom and having clarity. Instead of me spending the last 2 weeks just, watching videos, playing games, or just doing anything to stimulate my mind and distract me, I decided to do something completely opposite. For a whole week, more like 7 to 10 days, I didn't do anything except read, journal, and that's it. One thing that I didn't particularly do was listen to music. One of the habits that I have, and pretty much everyone I know has, is you walking somewhere, you listen to music. You're in the gym, listen to music. You're driving somewhere, listen to music. I decided to just fill my day with as much empty time as possible. I also journaled around 2 times a day to just get my thoughts out on the paper. And I read a lot of books to shape up my mindset. Looking back, if I didn't make that decision to just give myself the quiet time and just remove all input of information, I logged out of social media, just everything. I was sat here, just staring at the fucking wall, thinking, and it was uncomfortable. It was boring as fuck. And at one point, I even had to take a flight to Paris to go see my girlfriend, and it pretty much was like a 7 hour journey for me to go from here to Paris, like the whole journey. The whole journey, where usually I would have headphones in, listen to music, was instead just me sat there, looking at the fucking wall, looking at the fucking ceiling, and just thinking. And slowly, day by day, I was able to shed layers and layers of my purpose. And if I wasn't bored, I would never have the clarity to figure out the answers. If I didn't just sit and stare at the wall and ask myself tough questions such as, who am I? What do I really want to make this channel about? I would have never figured out my purpose. That is the important thing, that when you're constantly stimulated, when you're scared to be bored, you are just closing the possibility of what you can become. Because having clarity is very hard. And when I say hard, I mean, it's literally about just cutting out all the noise. Because everything you ever want, any answers, any solution, is trying to come into your life, and it's there in front of you, but you're never going to be able to see it. Kill the noise. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.